What's up, y'all?
Hey y'all, hey, how you doing? Welcome
What's
in.
good? Hey, Sexy Ray. I am so glad to see you. First of all,
Yes,
let I want to personally apologize because when we in the process of us sweeping the page, we honestly did think you were still there because you was our first moderator, and we do appreciate you for being our moderator.
everything,
Yes, and
everything.
being loyal to us. So we appreciate you, um, Miss Sexy Ray, the greatest moderator in the world.
In the whole wide
Still
world.
that. Yes, you are still that. So I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat. Hey, Rock Troop and Uncut.
Hey, Raw, how you
What's
doing,
going
love?
on? Hey, Lady E. What's
Miss
good?
Lady B in the building.
How are y'all doing? It's good to see y'all. How is everybody? I hope y'all had a good Wednesday. I hope
Yes.
everybody had a good Wednesday. Hey,
Hey,
AK,
Patty in the
AK,
building. Hey,
what's
hey,
good
hey.
with you? What's good? We appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come in. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all have not subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe. Me and Mina is new at getting the super chats and stuff, so we don't have a goal, but we appreciate anything that you guys give us. We really appreciate that. We thank y'all for just being here and supporting us on our channel. Mina, would you like to say anything?
You know, we love you guys and we appreciate your support for showing up for us. We know we take our hiatuses every now and again, but we love y'all and we truly
Yeah,
appreciate y'all support for real. So,
yeah,
yeah,
we gonna do our best, to bring out at least, saying some commentary throughout the week, even if we just post on the board. That way y'all know we are here, but we work a lot of jobs. You know what I'm
we
saying?
really
So
do. God.
yeah, so we and then we balancing. So we balancing. So we just getting it together or whatever. But we appreciate everybody supporting us and genuinely supporting us. You know what I'm saying? That's the only support that I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? That we have this genuine support. Thank you,
Thank you,
for that
AK.
super sticker. I
So
appreciate
sweet.
you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, our first super sticker of the night. I appreciate you,
Woo,
AK.
woo. G-Dub in the building.
You don't
How
see
you
G Dub
doing?
coming through here.
G-Dub is in the building.
What's up, G Dub? Rolling on through. I appreciate y'all. What's going on, ladies? What's going on? So, without further ado, we're going to get into the show because we have some interesting stuff to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And this is about, homelessness and, our community and, what's going on in the community that we've kind of seen, or, we caught wind of it. So we wanted to take a little deeper dive into it. So we have a special guest today. Our special guest is none other. He is an American Indian researcher. He is a community activist. He's a journalist, and he do rap. He do it all. You know what I'm saying? And I actually had the opportunity to team up with him on one of his projects, and it was the 100 Tents project, where he went out and passed out 100 tents, and we also fed the people food, and it was amazing. I think he did a wonderful job, and I appreciate the sisterhood for helping him. Neo X came up as well. So it was a big turnout because I'm all about the community and helping others in need. So without further ado, we have our brother Cali that we want to bring to the stage.
Chief Cali, that is. Brother Chief
Chief
Cali.
Cali.
Yes, yes, yes. What's happening, y'all? What's good? What's good, sisters? How y'all feeling?
Doing
We
fantastic.
good.
How are you today?
I'm good, man. Thank y'all for the invite. I peeped the story too. And I guess we was all on the same page. So thank you for the invite. Thank you for even talking about this. Um, you know, yeah, let's talk about it, man. Thank y'all for the invite, though. I'm here.
Yes.
Absolutely. We're glad to have you. In
Yes, ma'am.
regards to homelessness, it's a huge epidemic. It's a big deal. especially here in the city of Atlanta.
Definitely.
Clearly, you have had boots on the ground out here in these streets, and
Mhm.
it's definitely a lot to unpack. It's a lot to
Yes.
unpack.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
yeah, before we get too heavy into it, I personally wanted to ask you just a couple of questions to that has piqued my interest because I'm learning about you. I want to ask you, Callie, um, I guess how long have you been missioned to help the homeless, and what what piqued your interest?
Uh, Let me see. So I come from this, right? I come from this. My parents are both preachers, still to this day. This is what they do. This is my mother has her own operation Helping Hands up in Cleveland, Ohio. She's been doing this forever. So all my life, I've watched my parents give back to the community, help the community, you know. And I just, I've done it with them. But as an adult on my own, I would say I didn't do my first event. I didn't do my first event until really after I had my spiritual awakening back in 2016. And I just kind of just wanted to walk in my purpose, right? Or now that I know what my purpose is here in this realm, you feel what I'm saying? And spiritually, I came to an understanding of that in 2016, and that was to inspire, to be here to inspire. Plus, I'm a warrior spirit, right? So I know within inside of me, I'm here to um, tear things down so it can be rebuilt and restored, right? Things that's not right. So with me, I think it was after I had been following and close to a content creator who a lot of us know. Um, and this was what attracted me to him. And then when I saw he didn't carry through with it, I said, man, no, this ain't it. And I started doing it myself. I started connecting with people. And once I started my nonprofit organization during COVID, that was our first event where we went out into the community and we just gave back. Um, and then I did the 100 Tents project after like the second time we gave back. I usually try to start the year off with the 100 Tents project and just build off of that going through the year. So
Okay.
that's how I started. Like, that's really once I started my nonprofit organization, the Truth Speaks Foundation. That was our first event. Was just getting together and going in the community to give back.
Okay, that's super
Yeah,
dope. So I
yeah.
think I could speak for myself, but as well as TC in regards to clearly, that that's what she does, and that is a huge part of my purpose as well. So I do
Yes,
find that to be a commonality that we all have here.
yes, yes,
So it's nothing but only good can come from good. So respect to you, brother Callie,
yes. Same to you, ladies.
for
Same to you.
sure, for sure.
And I'm
And
gonna tell
thank-
you,
Yes.
I've really come to really, you know, um, really love this lady TC, man. As far as her spirit, me and her, like, we had our conversations on the back end, and she was dead serious about the mission, the purpose,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
when she got there to help, I mean, she was on it. That sister helped me out a lot that day, and I appreciate it. Nothing
I
else interfered
appreciate
with
it.
anything. You feel what I'm saying? We did what we said we was going there to do,
And
and
shout out
Yes.
to TC Chronicles, my
I
sister.
yeah,
appreciate that, Shelly. I mean, Callie. I really appreciate
yes.
that. I'm trying to say shout out to.
No, for real, but that's real. I'm glad that somebody outside of myself in real life, y'all, can see your spirit, TC. Because truly, I mean, you thought Callie, her spirit is huge in
Yeah,
real life.
Aw,
It
yeah,
is.
thank
So
y'all.
for
yeah.
sure.
And I mean, when I talked to her, she explained to me her, who she was, and I didn't care about none of that. But even in that situation, it seemed like when she's dedicated to something, she's on it. So I got a chance to see that when we linked up.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate
Awesome.
that. I appreciate that. And I just feel like with with the community, you know what I'm saying? And Mina, because her and I had several conversations, we sisters, so we always talk. So
yeah,
that was one of our connections because she is a big person in her community, you know what I'm saying, in her community and in the community. So any project that she has, I want to help, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
it's it's unfortunate that we have to see, just like I told you the other day, like I was like, where we was that second place, it was
yes,
not it was not like that, you know what I'm saying? And I told you,
yep,
like, the next street over, I take my son to his
mhm,
appointments. So it's like that was really heartbreaking to see that as big as our city is, we don't have enough funding, or I don't know about the funding, that we can't even just get buildings enough for them to even just have a hot meal, or a night of sleep. You know what I'm saying? Not on this curb or the sidewalk. You get what I mean?
Mhm.
you definitely
So
right.
it's sad. It's sad to see a lot of um, our people. And a lot of them is mentally with the mental issues. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have the help, or they don't know how to get the help, or they don't want the help. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
It's true.
they choose this. They choose to live like this. However, we still should have enough help and enough facilities here in the city. You know what I'm saying? It could be really dangerous out here, sleeping on the street. You know what I mean? So that's why I it's a heart tug for me. So that's why I really admire people who are willing to help. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
definitely. I mean, because you have to look at it, man. Um, you know, um, you never know when that may be you, or if that ever may be you. You feel what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And I was just
yeah,
earlier, I was just speaking about, you know, the universal laws of karma. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying? Which is
yeah,
cause and effect. You feel what I'm saying? And you reap what you sow. You attract what you are, not what you want. You feel what I'm saying? So, um, in my spiritual walk, I try to put out good energy into the universe. People that I'm around, I try to um, inspire them in a positive direction. The same way I would, if I'm around you, I would hope you're inspiring me in a positive direction. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what I
yes,
want to come back to me. So we don't know who's out there um, in maybe just a bad situation at the moment. It might not even be anything long term, and man, you just don't know how you can affect someone's life positively just by taking the time out. You feel what I'm saying? To show
yeah,
you care, you know.
yes,
Just
Right.
yes,
take the time out to show somebody you care, because you never know. And I just give you an example, right? I remember during COVID, um, there was a sister who messaged me, and she was like, Chief, is there any way you can help me and my family out? Because, your foundation, is there any way y'all can help us out? Because we lost our jobs. Me and my husband lost our jobs, and we're in a hotel with our children, and we're running out of money. And we lost our jobs because we wouldn't take the vaccine shots. You feel what I'm
right,
saying? And they fired us. So they were in a bad situation for a moment, not because they wanted to be out there. You feel what I'm saying? So you never know someone's situation. You feel what I'm saying? So,
right,
you know,
yes,
I, you just don't know how you can touch somebody just by helping.
yes.
But you gotta have
And
that type of heart though too. You feel what I'm saying? You just have to
you
have that type
definitely
of
do.
heart to want to help people. And it's not always just uh feeding people or clothing people. You just have to have that type of heart inside of you no matter how you're helping people, just to be a good person in the universe.
Right, right. We came across a story. Mina came across a story, and she sent it to me. And immediately I opened it, and I was like, I was blown away because she was like, this could be some of Callie's tents, of as
Right,
far as, our story, what we're talking about today,
right.
as far as, us. And like I told you, even when I was coming home, right there on the bridge, and I seen the man with the tents in his hand still in the box. So I said, Dad, they walked out, they got all the way up here, like they had walked all the way up
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
And it
they
was a
came out.
few of them. Yeah, it was a few of them.
Hmm.
So I guess the place where the guy was doing the act, um, the people could have went that way too because we was in that area as well. And I
Right.
know when we went by the church, we still passed out a few of them there. Remember, because we
Yep.
found 10,
We
you
had the
found more.
last. Yep. Yep. We had the last little few.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So when Mina sent it to me, and I'm like, why is he doing that? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I want Mina to go ahead and, explain, the story so she can you can take it from him, Mina. Go ahead.
Right. So there's a gentleman or a guy, I don't even know if I want to call him a gentleman, here in the city of Atlanta, who was basically across the news station airwaves the past few days. It's a very highlighted story here in Atlanta where he went into or part of a homeless camp. I don't think he was in the largest camp at all because he probably wouldn't have made it out, but he was in an area of homeless tents, and he just went through slicing up these people's tents, destroying their tents. And he used some type of blade. And he did not, based on what the video shows, he didn't check to see if there was anyone in the tents that he was destroying. Now,
Mhm.
mind you, there's a very fresh, recent story here in Atlanta of a homeless man, unalived. I think it's been like less than 2 weeks from now ago that he's been unalived because the city went through the camp with a bulldozer and clawed him up, picked his body up and crushed him and unalived him with the bulldozer claw. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
the homeless community is hot. They're on fire
Right.
right now. And so here is this guy who says he's I believe he said that he was either partnered, and I'll find and play the video for y'all shortly, but he said he was partnered with the city and, part of the cleanup. And, his reasoning was they were not supposed to be there. The homeless was
Mhm.
not supposed to be there. And this was on or around the Auburn Avenue street, which is a very historical uh,
Hmm.
area of
Yep.
Atlanta.
Mhm.
And this is Auburn Avenue holds, I believe it's off of Auburn, where the MLK Center is, Ebenezer Church, the history of Martin Luther King. So, it's a very festive cultural area. And, he did that act. Someone was recording him at the time, and it flooded the news. And so when I saw the video, yeah, I immediately thought about brother Callie's recent event because I know TC was just down there with them. So
Mhm.
I'm thinking, darn, yeah, those could be some of his tents because they were new looking tents, and that was
Right.
just my initial thought. And then it honestly infuriated me. Perception is everything. So
Right.
I do understand
Mhm.
when videos are shortened or just clips are taken, we may not know the whole story. So
Mhm.
basically, the story came across the news from that perspective. Like he's just out there destroying these people's tents. And so I do believe warrants were put out for him. I have not followed up to see if he's been arrested, but
He was
he,
arrested.
he was
He
okay.
was arrested, but not on. He wasn't arrested on that. He came into the courthouse and he was arrested on something else. But
Oh,
yeah, he was arrested. But I mean, he's got those charges too. So because they had warrants out for him for
mm,
what did they call it? Uh, property damage or something to that effect. But
okay.
he
Destruction
was,
of property.
yeah. There's a video of him getting put in a police car and everything.
Okay,
Oh
so yeah,
wow.
definitely missed that part. I do want to. I'm going to take the backstage because I do want to pull the video up, but I do want to share as well that infuriated me so bad to where I went into the city today, and I had to do my own. I got a little, dare spirit in me, but I had to go and see, the homeless camps for myself, and it, it,
Man, I
it was
wish you would call me on that. Like, yeah, man,
it was
I
heavy, y'all.
wish you would have called me because I know. So where where the situation took place at? It's right. It's like a side street over from Auburn Ave. It's
I
in the. It's
figured
like
it had to
it's in
be.
like a. It's a cut. You feel what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
because those
But
streets are real tight. They're really tight.
yeah. So you have the whole Auburn Ave, right? So when you get right there by Ebenezer and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
if you just walk, it's all right. So like if you walk inside the store, one of them stores, and come out the back door,
Right.
Right.
that's the street.
Yeah, because the streets are kind of alleyed.
Alley. Yeah,
I
it's like an
I
alley. Yep.
definitely, yeah, because when I was driving down Auburn, I was looking down the side streets and I did see some tents, but it was so tight, and then you got cars on the street. I didn't go that way because I realized that wasn't the it couldn't have been the heaviest camp, like the Skid Row looking area.
Well,
So
I seen it. I looked at it. It's looking heavy right
it's
now.
heavy. I might have missed
I
it.
I seen an aerial view of it.
Okay.
Mm.
And yeah, it's looking like that's one of the new locations back there.
So it's two then, because I went to an area that's, oh my gosh,
Oh,
like,
they're everywhere. You can go
yeah, it's like they
all
got
Yeah.
hoods. It's
all
like
over
they
there.
have hoods.
You're right. They have their. I mean, they actually have their communities.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they
Yeah.
just a
So
community.
So listen, you can go right there where we were at, right, where we started out at, right, at the gate at the
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta Recovery Center. You got they
They
hang
yeah,
out
they
right there.
become
That's a whole little.
mm-hmm.
They hang out right there. They sleep there. Then you can go
Yep.
around the corner right to the Gateway Center. They sleep all up and down that sidewalk, right. So you can go to
Yes.
the end of the corner of the street and look across the street under the bridge, under the interstate. It's a whole tent city under there, right?
That's where
So
I was at,
Mm-hmm.
Cali.
you can see them from standing on the street where we were at. You can look across the
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
street, and there's a whole tent city up under the interstate. Then
Yeah.
where this situation took place at, um, you have where Tyler Perry shot that movie with the high rise. What was that? Four Color Girls or something like that, or Daddy's
Yes,
Little
for
Boy,
color
Week
girls.
Street,
Yeah.
right? So
Hmm.
that's the area this thing took place at. There's a whole park over there. Like, I got videos of when we fed over there. They hang out
Mm.
over there. Like, I mean, there's really a community of these
Yes.
people. So,
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, whether they're less fortunate or not, or on the streets, that's their community. Them people talk to each other. If you remember when we were
Hmm.
doing the tent, you had people getting tents for the elderly people and taking them back to the
Yes.
elderly
I
people to
told her
feed
It's
that.
them
kids
better.
out there. Yeah, they got babies out
Yeah.
there.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
babies, people in wheelchair,
Yeah,
people on
it's
crutches.
it's
I mean,
sad
Yeah.
though.
everything. Yes, it's really. And then someone asked me when we helped Kelly. I don't know who it was. It was like, well, oh, I think it was you asked me. Meaning, was it more men or women out there? I said, to
Hmm.
tell you the truth, sis, it was equal. It
Yeah.
was men and women. It was an equal amount of women out there. It was an equal
It was.
amount of men out there. It
It
was
was.
like even. I ain't never seen it like that.
Yeah,
You know.
I've seen oh my gosh, the stuff I've seen, the smells I smelt,
Hmm.
like it is heavy. I gotta step back because I want to try to get some of these pulled up from my
Right, because I'm gonna
computer.
let Callie take the floor because
You want me to
he went
send it to you? I mean, you
No,
want me
I'm
to?
talking about the videos from, yeah, send your videos for sure.
yeah,
But then I
yeah.
want y'all to
I'm gonna
I
send
see.
it.
sent him. I sent you the videos he sent me.
Wait,
Oh,
where'd
I
you send them
think.
to?
Oh no, I
oh
think
yeah, I already sent them to you then, TC.
No, you need to
no. Did you?
put it in Messenger, TC.
Yeah, put it in
Put it in. You want me to put it in your messenger?
yeah, put it in yeah, put it in my messenger and I'm gonna
All
send it
right,
to
about
the
that.
super fan.
Yeah. So
Thank you, Miss I am Glenn. I thank you. I know I see everybody. I appreciate y'all for sending us these super chats and super
yes,
stickers.
thank
We
you.
appreciate y'all support. I'm trying to multitask a little bit too, so I'm in there, I'm commenting. So I love y'all and thank y'all for the support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Yeah, so send them to me, Callie, and then I'll send them to the super fan so Mina can get them. But I want you to actually tell me what you found out when you did your deeper dive, because I know you do the deeper dives.
Okay, so all right, so let's start with like Mina said, perception, right?
Mhm.
The video, I'm trying to send you this video. It says it's too. Let me see. I'm trying to send it to you.
Yeah.
It says it couldn't send.
How long is it? I know Messenger can only do up to 5 minutes.
It's this. It's only 3 minutes.
Okay, you should be
Okay.
able to.
I'll try it again in a second.
Okay.
All right. So let's start with perception, right? Like Mina said, the
Mhm.
video is a short video. Okay. So I did have to, after watching it a few times, because I watched it over and over, because you know, I wanted to study this video. All right. So perception, right?
Right.
It's a very short video. Okay. Now it looks bad. It does look bad. But as I listened to the video, the guy said, he said, I gave you guys a bunch of opportunities. I gave y'all a bunch of opportunities. And then he
Mhm.
said, I even gave y'all resources and y'all still are here. And we have to clean this up. That's what he said in the video.
Mhm.
Okay. I
Yeah, I
heard
heard.
him say that. Okay.
Mhm.
So now this is all I'm saying. I'm not out there, but I've been out there. I know, like Mina said, you have a lot of mental illness out there. You have some aggressive people. Just don't think because these people outside like they walkovers and pushovers out
I
there.
told you, they some of the strongest people.
Yeah, these are still people. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't mean you can
Yeah.
just treat them any kind of way. Like these people are still people. Okay. So I okay, so he said I gave y'all resources, right? So
Mhm.
I took that into consideration too, because we don't know how many times he then came through there and told them, yo, we gotta clean this area up, you know what I'm saying? And they possibly ignored him. I'm just because we got a short video. So
Right.
I'm just saying the fact that he said I gave y'all a bunch of opportunities. I mean, he could have been fed up if what he's saying is true. Okay. But but
I'm just gonna say, on the other hand,
on the other hand, right, there's still a way you do anything um,
exactly.
in decency. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, because when you see the video, I don't know, it's not going through. So you see? When you see the video, you'll see that there's a whole nother security guard out there with him, and
Mhm.
he's not as aggressive, right? He's not as aggressive as the guy in the video. So that lets you know, like, I mean, brother, even if you was kind of fed up or whatever, your partner ain't even going to the
He
police.
wasn't act. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's
went
not
to the. To
even.
me, even if he did give them warning,
Mhm.
what if he gave them resources that they weren't able to get to? You know what I'm saying?
True,
Or it was an
true,
overload because
true.
sometimes, like I told you, the resources for the homeless is limited. We have so many homeless people here that if you don't make the cut, you don't make the cut. You get
That's
what I'm
right. That's
saying?
right. That's right.
So basically my thing with him was when I watched the video, I was like, okay, did he even check to see if anybody was in there? What if he had slashed and accidentally cut somebody? I
True.
mean, he don't know who was in there. He just started slashing the tents. And
Let's
I'm
talk
like,
about
okay,
that.
okay.
Let's talk about that, right? Because in his explanation video, right? Well, no, not the explanation video. In the actual video where he just started cutting, yeah, you can hear him say, you can hear the people saying, "There's people in them tents." You know what I'm saying? You just cut these
Mm-hmm.
tents. You can hear the people
Yeah.
out there saying, "Hey, man, there's people in there." He's saying, there's not people in the tents. He's telling the camera, "There's nobody in these tents. There's nobody in these tents." Well, brother, I'm gonna say this. Uh, well, why were you so aggressive then? If there
Yeah.
were no one in them tents, right? The way you were out there talking, just go tear the tents down, bro. Just knock the tents down and start stacking them to the side, if so that it can be cleaned up. Why are you
Yeah.
coming through just box cutting the tents down? Um,
Yeah.
if there's nobody in the tent, but you were talking aggressive, get these tents out the street. I told y'all, who you talking to then if it's nobody in the tents, brother? You should be
Yeah.
just moving tents. So that didn't sound right to me. It was people in them tents. You
Yeah.
came down there, whoever paid you, whoever funded you, your program, you came down there to do a job. You're the bottom of the barrel in my eyes, to these little nonprofits that get this funding and stuff, right? To
Hmm.
me, you're who they send out there to go do the dirty work, right? So you go out there, they shoot you some coins, but you come out there on your high horse. You know what I'm saying? Like in disrespect mode. Here's the thing, man. Like the way it looked in that video, um, you still could have did it better than what we saw, right? Because guess what?
Yes.
When his explanation video came out, right? When he was trying to explain himself, he all of a sudden wants you to believe that he cares about the community and his people. And hey, why don't you guys come down here and help me? I'm trying to, do my job and help our people. And but hold on, brother. At the same time, you're trying to make us, because you're only acting like you care so much, right? Because it got caught on camera. Because you was in bully mode that we saw on camera. You didn't look like
Yeah.
you cared about your people as you were trying to talk in the explanation video because it went viral. Now you want to, hey, y'all, I'm just trying to help my people, man, and I'm going to expose these big wigs, you know what I'm saying? They get all the money because they get millions of dollars to keep the homeless people in the city of Atlanta. This stuff isn't going on out there in Swanee and Midtown and woo, woo, woo. Yeah, well, brother, maybe you got a point. But here's the thing. If that video would have never went viral, was you planning to still expose them? When did you decide you
Right.
wanted to expose the big wigs? Was it after your video went viral and you got put in the hot seat? Now because they left you out to dry, brother. Now, I
Yeah,
don't
they
know who
did.
funds you
Right.
because I don't know. He's not connected to the city. He even said in the video when they asked him, is he a city worker? He said in the video, no, I don't work for the city.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's funded by the state. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the state funds them. But I still have a problem believing that you're an enforcement because you said you were retained in your explanation video. You didn't say who you were retained by. You didn't
Mm-hmm.
say who retained you to come do this job. You just said you were retained. But I'm just saying you're not going to tell me you have a whole program here. Somebody
Hmm.
retained you to come in the community to clean stuff up and nobody knows who y'all are.
Let me
And
tell you though, Callie, it's extra heavy, and he's not the only one. Because
mm-hmm,
when I was down there, we'll show the footage, but I was in a parking lot, and it was a fence separate myself and the tent village, and I actually got approached. Once I approached the gate, I was speaking with a guy, and I was trying to exchange information and hold a conversation, hold a dialogue. And these three white people came out and literally was ready to attack me.
mm.
And
See, that's why
I
I said
didn't
I wish you
record
would
it.
have
It was
let me know
very
you went
interesting.
down there. Mm.
Yeah, it was very interesting. And, I wish I had recorded that because they were ready to try to have me arrested. Thought I was doing drugs and wanting to do an exchange with these people. And it didn't turn out that way, of course. But, the things that they said to me um, fell in line with what you're talking about. They had a very huge discuss, and it was almost like it came off to me as like a true hatred, towards the situation. But
Mm-hmm.
literally, it was in their backyard. I mean, it's a place of business, a bondsman,
Right.
a parking lot, then a fence, and then you have this huge village of a community, like of
Oh yeah,
people
yeah,
right
yeah. I
there.
know exactly where you're talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, and so the things they were sharing was, it is people or maybe even organizations out here that is trying to rid of it. I mean, but I don't know what I would like to know. What is their plan of action with the human beings, the people?
Mhm.
Because it was told to me, or the statement today towards me or about them was, is nothing but a bunch of drug heads and prostitutes. But it's literally babies over there. I seen little teenage boys like playing basketball with no hoop. They just
Mm.
throwing a hoop and the ball up in the air at each other. It was crazy.
Wow,
It
wow.
was like a
Mm.
whole nother dimension to
Yeah,
witness.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you ever, you know, ride by the interstates, or you ever just look over under the interstates and just look
Mhm.
what's over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's really a community. Them people live in them tents. You feel what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, this is what I was thinking, right? I said, man, you can't tell me you got nobody knows who y'all are. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if the state is funding you, right? The mayor got to know who you are. But I tell you this, it wasn't a good look. That video wasn't a good look. And they
Mm-hmm.
distanced themselves from you and your program ASAP because it didn't
Mhm.
look good. You feel what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
Right.
but I guarantee you, y'all have done work with the mayor. Y'all may not be under them or being funded by them. They know who y'all are. They know who this safe, sweet. I mean, listen to the name of it: Sweet Auburn Ave Enforcement. You mean the mayor don't know who y'all is? Y'all down here enforcing stuff, and y'all ain't never came across none of these other people that these politicians and stuff. Come on, man, you're not gonna tell me they just threw you under the bus.
I'm
But
with you though. The funding gotta be there. I mean,
yeah,
the bars was there because to be one or two individuals, man or not, I don't care how big you are, with a blade, and you walked off in there
right,
and you came out, nah. You
right.
feel like you have the right. Like you clearly he felt like he had the right.
Yeah.
But he definitely, I agree. He definitely had a backing. Like, and maybe he right now, he for show and for face value, he has to look like he's being held accountable. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I do want us to play the video really quick so everyone can be on the same page with us. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to share the page.
Okay. And while you doing that, I'm gonna say hey to our people coming in. Niecy. Hey, Miss Niecy. Hey, Miss Nikki. Knee deep. How you doing, baby? I am Miss Glenn. How you doing? I appreciate Mom of Three. Everybody coming in here. Miss Latanya Bailey. How you doing, beautiful? I'm glad to see everybody in here. Thank y'all for coming. Trinity, my beautiful anomaly, Miss Aretha. How y'all doing? My cousin is in the building. Miss Nels. I appreciate y'all coming in, Miss Dee Dee. J. Lou, baby. Love y'all, man.
Okay, you guys ready?
Okay, and I'm putting my on mute while you play it.
Yeah, so we can all press mute so we won't get any feedback.
A coalition of activists calling for the immediate arrest of a man they say is terrorizing a home. News first, Bridget Spencer is live near Old Wheat Street in Atlanta's Sweet Auburn neighborhood. And Bridget, they shared that video with you, right?
They did. We got to look at what was going on earlier in the week. But if you look here along Old Wheat Street, you can still see some evidence of that slashing happen. That green tent is actually cut right there. Now, there has been a video circulating on social media that caught activists' attention. Take a look.
It's sitting on tent, bro.
Now, the video shows who appears to be Da Vinci Barcelo tearing up multiple tents along Old Wheat Street, according to activists. Now, this is the same encampment where Cornelius Taylor died back in January after being run over by a city vehicle. The Coalition for Justice live along Old Wheat Street in this encampment. They say this community is already dealing with the loss, and now they say they're being targeted.
When you see him taking a knife and a blade and cutting through, it should shock us all.
Now, we have reached out to Da Vinci Barcelo. We did not yet hear back, but we did also reach out to Atlanta police. They did respond saying they certainly are aware of the video, but didn't provide any further details after that. We're live in Atlanta. Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
Not IT, not admins.
They're cut now. All right. Ms. Anderson? Yes. I apologize for the delay. Okay. Um, Ms. Grace, mute the panel. Ms. Felicia Anderson.
You can go into anything for me.
Mr. Melnick, I'll address you shortly. Right.
Thank you.
All right. Ms.
Okay, yeah, we're not gonna watch the hearing, but he did get arrested,
Okay.
which I think is well deserved at the very least.
Now, I mean, the fact that they arrested him, I really think they threw that dude under the bus and left him out left him out to hang by himself. It was, I mean, just look at how it's all happening, right? They, 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 the video goes viral. They instantly come out and disassociate themselves with this guy. Now all of a sudden he wants to expose them. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah, he wants to expose y'all because y'all sent them out there to do what he did. And this probably ain't the first time he done been out there and went out there with the top flight security attitude. Now, here's what I feel, right? You already had one death right there in that same area. Right there in that just recently, right? Now what happens? What happens if he going through there, right? And he's out there just box cutting up people's tents, their homes. Let's just face it, these are their homes. And you just tearing down people's homes out here. And what happens if them people ganged up on you out there? What was gonna happen? You had a box cutter in your hand and you had a weapon on your shoulder. What if they all just surrounded you and the other guy? Because I guarantee you it's way more of them out there than y'all two. What were you gonna do? Slice them up too?
Exactly.
Slice them up too, or possibly shoot them? You see
He
what I'm
felt like he
saying?
could do it. He felt like he was protected. So,
The
that's what I was saying earlier. One or two men going in there with that activity and not being touched. That was not the first time they've seen his face.
And then the fact that I mean, because that could have definitely went left for either them or somebody else, or
Mm-hmm.
both ways. It could be a group of unalive people sitting out there right now, and now we got a whole nother story. So it's a way you do anything. You feel what I'm saying? This is how I feel like this situation should have went, right? You said you were retained by somebody. So there's a program in place for y'all to clean that area up. You said this is what y'all do. Y'all were retained to clean this area up. Whoever's paying y'all or retaining y'all to clean this area up, right? I think there should have been an alternative place of living for those people, right? You
Right.
coming through there telling them to move, get out of here, move, move, move,
And go where?
and go where?
Right.
Why didn't y'all set something up in place, right? All right, so there has to be a meeting somewhere with these companies, right? Well, whoever's retaining y'all, somebody is putting something in place. Hey, we want to clean up Auburn Avenue, right? So there's a meeting going on somewhere. Somebody in the meeting should have said, well, hey, well, do y'all think we should offer some do y'all we should possibly offer an alternative place, for them to go if we're going to clean this area up instead of just going through there and telling them, hey, get out of here, move, get out of here. You see what I'm saying? So why didn't you
But
give
what
them
if
an alternative place to go? Y'all could have said, hey, listen, hey, y'all could have came through there the whole month and said, hey, in 2 weeks, you guys were going to be coming through here to clean this area up. You will not be allowed to stay in this area. The city is cleaning this up, okay? You guys are going to have to find somewhere else to go. Or, hey, we're going to be sending a bus through here on Tuesday and Thursday to take you guys. We have another designated area, a shelter, something. You feel what I'm saying? Why couldn't y'all put some money into one of these buildings, fix up one of these buildings or something that's sitting over there and say, hey, we're going to move you guys over here. We're doing we're doing some construction, remodeling over there, so you guys can come off the streets and we can clean this area up and you guys can come over there. But the city is going to bring a bus through on Tuesday and Thursdays. If you would like to go to the alternate, place of living, you're more than welcome to. If not, we have to clean this area up. I don't want anybody to be surprised when we come through, and we don't want to just, be rude when we come through. But if you are here, you're going to have to tear these tents down. You see what I'm
So
saying?
the thing about it, though, one thing for sure that I know just by have dealings and have business with city councils and even relationships with a mayor, any project, any funding is going to be not just one meeting, it's going to be
That's
multiple
right.
meetings
That's right.
about decisions that are made with any project that go on in the city that's funded by the city. So if it's not something
Yeah,
on
it
the
ain't
books
just no
that,
one meeting.
if it's not contracts in place, if it's not, money signed off on by the city, then it wasn't a city, situation. And then it's going to be a plan of action behind it, like what you're talking
That's right.
about.
That's right.
If it's funded by the city,
But this is my thing. This is my thing. What if he was told to go out there and use this force?
I think he was. I think he was.
So
Listen,
that's
y'all.
fucked up.
Listen, I think he was. I think he went out there and did exactly what they told him to go out there to do. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. You feel what I'm saying? And he came through there and did what he did, and the video went viral. That's it. That's all. So now they got to do PR work. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We didn't tell him to do that. Now he wants to expose them. Yes, y'all did tell me y'all retained us. And now I'm going to expose y'all for what y'all do. But brother, when was you going to expose them? Was you going to expose them before this or what?
When he
Before
started
this?
getting them death threats, because
Yeah.
after that he started getting them death threats.
So this makes me say, how much do you really care about that? I heard your explanation video, brother, but it makes me say, yeah, how much do you really care about these people? Like, you're really trying to talk to us like, oh, I just care about our people, man. And why don't y'all come down here and help me clean up this area? What? Hey, brother, listen, when did you decide you wanted to expose the big people? Before they retained you or after? After your video went viral? You feel what I'm saying? Because the what it looked like in that video, the way you came through there in bully mode, didn't look like you cared about the people at all. It was
right.
like, you kicking over stuff, you yelling, you bullying. You feel what I'm saying?
Hostile. Yeah.
That didn't say, I care about my people, man, and I'm just trying to clean the area up. You feel what I'm saying? That didn't say that. That said, like, hey, man, if this video wouldn't have went viral, I wouldn't be exposing nobody, and I'll be down here next week to do this same thing.
Mm-hmm. So, Brother Cali, I want to take a moment and show a video. I had the opportunity of speaking with the gentleman. His name was Robert, and he basically said that he was the best friend of the guy who lost his life by the hand claw of the bulldozer. Whether he was or was not, the brother said that he was. And it's a very short interview, but I want to share it with the people just, to allow his voice to be heard. So y'all stand by for that and we'll return.
Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you, Machina, Raya. Thank you, my beautiful sis, Ashley B. Okay, I'm on mute.
Hey guys, this is Super Fan Podcast down here at Woodrow Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're here with Robert, and he wants to speak on the incident that recently took place in the homeless area in Atlanta with his friend who was a victim to the situation. So hi Robert, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
That's good. So I was just coming through Woodrow Park. My name's Amina, by the way. And I was just coming through Woodrow Park, and we just bypassed each other, and I asked you about the incident and if you were aware of what happened with the gentleman who was unalived with a tent, living in a tent down here in this area. Could you elaborate on us or tell us what you know?
Well, the only thing that I know is that the city did not check all the tents as well as they're supposed to, like they usually do. And probably somebody down that way that did not like the young man. He was my best friend.
Oh,
so,
gosh.
You know what I mean? Like,
what was the young man's name?
I cannot think of his name right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we used to call Psycho. We used to call him Psycho.
Okay, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, my brother. And somebody that did not like him told them that the tent was empty when it wasn't.
Right.
So, like, if they would have did their job a little bit better,
right,
it would have been, he would not have been dead. So it's just because of the people, the citizens, the people the homeless people that's in the area, some of them people did not like him. So, like, I miss him because they were my brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We've been together for a long, long time. So if they just stay on their P's and Q's more and more to make sure there's nobody in them tents before they even think about taking them, then I would surely do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So, like, it is hard out here for a lot of people, but people don't want the housing that these folks are offering.
Interesting. You mean the people that's out here do not want the housing?
Want the housing that they offer.
Why do you say that?
Because if I could get into a place, I know they can get into a place.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and they're giving you this for a whole year free. So why can't you not get a free apartment and work on your life?
So let me ask you this, for people who may know someone or have a loved one that's out here on the street, and they just want to give them the first step to getting to the space that you have achieved in getting to in regards to housing, what's the first thing they need to do, or where can they go?
They can go down here by Gateway Getaway apartment housing, and you got Mercy Care Getaway housing. Like, it places that you can go and they'll give you housing with no problem.
Nice.
A year rent free.
Okay.
Like, it's no ifs, ands, or buts about the situation that led on to this matter, but at the same time, though, you got to move your feet in order to be where you want to be or become who you want to become.
Meaning you can't sit still in the
situation.
situation.
Can't sit still in the situation.
Right, right.
Yeah, even though we got one down, we can always pick everybody else up.
Right. So can I ask you another question? In regards to tents, when you have people who come out and show good gestures, that try to do good deeds in regards to helping those in need, and they issue things like tents to people that's homeless, what does that mean to people as yourself that's been in predicaments out here in the street? Like, what does that mean? What does it do for you? Is it a benefit?
It is a benefit, because it's benefiting us having something over our head, even though it's not a real roof. It's something that we can stay in until we can get something better. Do better, they got to move better. So, you know what I mean? Like, everything that we're out here in the streets doing, we can have our own apartment doing the same thing.
Right.
There's a lot of people out here that get checks. Yes.
Right. When you say checks, you mean like
$2,000 and $3,000
Social Security and checks and things
all
like that.
Like,
Okay.
and they still don't want to get themselves in a better place.
Right.
They'd rather be out here dealing with the police and dealing with the trash trucks coming around. Like, this is what they get, and then all their information or whatever they got is gone just because they don't want to do the right thing.
So do you think that would it be fair to say it's a good percentage of people out here that's dealing with mental health issues?
A lot of people, even including myself.
Okay.
So, and I know how it feels to be out here because I was out here. So God blessed me with something else.
Right.
And I didn't use my mental health to even get it.
Okay, that's good.
You feel me?
You wanted it.
God gave it to me in a right mind, in a right state of mind.
Right.
When He gave it to me.
Okay.
So you always gotta blame self because self is always self-esteem.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you, Robert, on so many levels for taking the time just to even give a word to those that are watching and that are aware of what goes on in the city of Atlanta and other communities across the states, because this is not just a city of Atlanta issue or situation. This goes on in everywhere. Everywhere.
It's everywhere. And also check out my brother Terrence Lester. He got a podcast too. So, you know, like, I'm working with him as well. So
awesome.
I've been with him for like 11 years.
Do you have social media, Robert?
No.
No.
I don't even get on social media like that.
I understand.
So, you know,
but
I don't even have a podcast, none of that.
Okay.
So, like, whatever goes on in my life, it stays with me.
Understood.
I really don't too much share my life story because when I started back then, I was going back and forth to chain gang, juvenile, and all of that stuff. So with my mom was the first person that I ever smoked crack cocaine with.
Wow.
So I don't mind sharing my story. Throughout those years, I do not blame my mom because I was 14 years old when I did it.
Wow.
So I don't mind sharing my story. I don't blame my mom either. I blame me. Self got me in that situation.
Right.
Self got
accountability. It sounds like you took accountability.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I did.
Absolutely. Well, we're glad to see, that you're in a better state and that you take accountability for choices made in your life, but you're also taking responsibility, to direct your life in the direction you see
and
it.
And then right to this day, I got my mom with me.
Oh, that's what's up.
I just had to let her go down to the curb market. I told her I'd meet her back at the house because I don't have the key.
Okay.
So, like, I'm just trying to help my mom get her a place too. So, I'm like.
So for me to you, because I believe in prayer and I believe in God and I also believe in heaven, may that be your ticket to paradise and afterlife, bro. Like that's the one part in my understanding with life. Heaven is at your mother's feet.
Yeah.
So may God bless you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. We're gonna end and wrap this up. Peace out to Rob. Y'all send some prayers out for him and anybody else that may be out here in any type of hardships. And Superfan, peace.
Peace.
Hey guys, this is Superfan Podcast down here at Woodrow Park. Okay, I hope that came across clear. So that was Robert speaking on his what he said, his friend or associate that was unalived inside of his tent while the city was doing a cleanup. So yeah,
That was
that
an
was his
awesome
word.
interview, sis. That was an awesome interview too.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, it was a lot to see. It definitely was a lot to see down there. I want to show a few more clips and then allow us to get back to discussion just so people can have a better visual of what the living is like in the homeless community. So bear with me one more second. So this right here that, can we see the video, guys? Let me see. Yeah, so what we're seeing here is the corner of a center called the Gateway
Gateway
Center.
Center, yeah,
Yeah, this is
that's where
right
they be
on the,
all down the sidewalk right there. They be
so this
the
is the side
nighttime
of the
fall.
building.
When the
That's the
nighttime
front.
fall, boy, they gonna be. And now I stood right here on this corner, right? And if I look across the street, not the way towards the people is, you can see everybody under the interstate.
Yep, I'm about to show you that too. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click through these videos or pictures even, because I did a lot of recording and I didn't get a chance to complete the video prior to our live, but I do want to.
Gateway Center right there, yeah.
Yeah, this is under the bridge across the street, y'all.
Yep.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, this is me pulling up into the back of the building of the Bonds parking lot because it was a fence there and I was trying to assess the situation to see if I even wanted to get out. And I took a while to just kind of check it out to see what was going on. So this is this is a group of people just socializing. All of these here are tents and it's not the best view because it's so much more.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you're able to look over the fence,
you can get out on 20, and man, they everywhere up under the interstates. Like they're everywhere.
This is like the back view.
Yep.
And the only reason I had enough nerve, that guy that you just see walking down those rocks, I was attempting to have dialogue with him. But then the people from the building came over, assuming, that I was possibly doing some type of drug exchange or something with the guy. And so they literally, that whole crowd, the group of people scattered. So I ended up
Oh
leaving.
wow.
Yeah, I ended up
Please,
leaving.
like next time, like try to reach out to, like.
Yeah, for sure. I
to
didn't know what to expect. I really didn't.
yeah.
But this right here was me leaving.
It
And
can
I'll
get
try to get a better view. But all of that rubbish, those are people in tents. This van, I pulled over behind this van. They were giving, I guess, they were giving shots for hepatitis and what else did they say? Something with
Yeah,
HIV.
because they'll just pull up on them, just like
Yeah, they
when
do.
we went to the second location, Cali. Remember that van was on the other, the people was on the
Yep.
opposite adjacent side of us,
Mhm.
doing food as well,
Yep.
so yeah.
Mhm.
And they had resources and everything. They was people out there with a table taking people's names, and I don't know what they was trying to get them or something, but they were signing them up for stuff too.
This is over at Woodrow Park. I'm trying to get back to the
And then
image.
like even to that though, like even to that, when I be seeing people like just pulling up on these people and giving them shots and stuff, man, I be, sometimes in my head, I be worrying about stuff like that too, man, because sometimes, our people have been experimented on many times, and this is why I say, man, golly, man, like you gotta have a heart, man. Like I just don't see how people can even talk bad about something like this. And
Me neither. I'd be so shocked at
yeah,
just people's humanity
it's
Or
crazy.
sometimes.
lack
Or
of.
Yeah,
lack
lack
of,
of it. Yeah,
lack
lack
Mhm.
of
of,
it.
and it's
And
almost like you don't even like in my eyes when I hear stuff like this, man. It's like I can't. It's not even an anger for me. It's more of a I feel sorry for you, like. who you are as a person. Like, what happened to you? Like, why are you like this? What happened in your life that you can talk down on things like this? Like,
Well, in regards to people who may lack humanity, it could be because of their lack of fear of a higher power. That's just my take on people who don't have that level of humbling or lack of life
you could
experiences,
be right.
you know? But who knows at the end of the day, who knows
Well, it
what?
can't. It can't be these folks that's around here quoting Bible scriptures, and I just can't see how y'all quoting Bible scriptures but then talk bad about people helping people. That's interesting. Mm, I'm just saying.
Yeah, well,
Um, can I speak on something right quick? Just
sure, go ahead.
while you showing the video.
Hmm.
So all three of us, listen, man. This is our community, y'all. We live here. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about us taking care of us. You know what I'm saying? Like our people, like take care of your people, take care of your neighborhoods, take care of, each other, right? So we're in our city. You know what I'm saying? We're in our community attempting to help people. And this is just the mindset I'm telling you, like a lot of our people are in. We get tore down on this World Wide Web for coming outside in the community that we live in to try to
Mm-hmm.
help people. People sat on this World Wide Web and disrespected us for going outside where we live. All three of us live in this community. She just went
Yes.
down there. She just went down there and interviewed people of where we live at here. You feel what I'm saying? Um, and
Mm-hmm.
as they're tearing us down, and this is what I'm talking about, our people's mentality. You feel what I'm saying? This is why we're in the conditions we're in. As they're tearing us down for caring about our own community that we live in, they are no different than the guy. Now, you're tearing us down for wanting to go help our people. As we did go help our people, here comes another guy who comes through with a box cutter and tears down our work for helping our community. So you
Mm-hmm.
people online disrespecting us for helping our community are no different than the dude that went through with the box cutter tearing down those people's homes. You feel what I'm saying? Like y'all tore us down for wanting to help our people. As we did help our people, here comes another one of us tearing their homes down, tearing what we did to help someone out. And you're no different. You're in the same box. Now, because I understand the balance of the universe, I understand this has to happen. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's the balance of the universe, evil and good. All we can
Mm-hmm.
do, all we can do is those of us who know our purpose on this earth, know our journey, all we can do is continue to walk in our purpose. There's always going to be the dark that's going to try to dim our light. We can't
Mm-hmm.
control that. That's just the universe. There's always going to be the good, the bad, the light, the dark, the have nots, the healthy, the sick. You feel what I'm saying? So we don't control that. All we can do is continue to walk in our purpose to where we reap what we sow, in our work, because I don't, that's just our purpose. Obviously, that's what we're out there to do, so and you'll let that carry on, and you'll attract other people like you. And that's all I'm saying, man. At some point, we'll always be at the bottom of the barrel in these neighborhoods and stuff because we don't take care of each other. Or, like, I mean, these are our people out here, man. This is our city. And we cared enough to at least try to contribute to helping our city just to be torn down by our people. It's amazing, man. Like, it's really amazing, man. Like, but you can't let that discourage you. You just have to understand that that's just the universe balance, you know.
Yeah. I just feel like because we don't, once again, we don't have enough resources. And it is sad that, um, people shun people who help people. But all I can say is I agree with you, Kelly. My thing is the way I live is I try not too much to try to focus on the negative and just think about the things that I can do or what I have control over,
Yeah,
which is myself.
no, you're
You get
right.
what I'm saying?
No, you're
So
right.
I just, yeah,
You're
so
right.
I just basically do what my purpose, just like you say, stand in your purpose and do what you're here for. And that's how I keep on a trucking because
Yeah,
I
and that's and
know
I
in my higher, yeah, I know my God got me at the end of the day.
and I
So I'm
just
not
wanted to
really
Mhm.
tripping.
say that. I just wanted to say that for those of you who are walking in your purpose and you have people trying to shame you for walking in your purpose, don't let that discourage you. Just understand that's the universe. There's
Right.
always going to be the dark side. You feel what I'm saying? You just have to keep shining your light. That's what I was trying to get to
Hmm.
is keep shining your light, and you know, it's nothing we can do about dark entities. We have to keep moving and being inspirations to someone else or to
Yeah.
our communities or who's around or our children. You be surprised who you inspire. When we were down there that day, and even when I watched the sisterhood down there in Houston, I watched the interaction with the people. I watched our interaction with the people. Like we had conversations out there with those people. you know
Hmm.
um there was no issues out there. Everybody was safe, but it was like nobody felt threatened out there. And it's just like it wasn't forced. Like you can tell everybody was genuinely there to walk in that purpose, to do that mission.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's inspiring to me.
That's
That's
good.
that's inspiring to me.
This is the thing too, to tail off of what you're saying. Those people are necessary. You know, unfortunately, even though it is painful to have to um, bear witness to some people's, I would say, just ignorance, you
Hmm.
know,
Yeah,
or lack of humanity. They're needed. They just are because
facts.
everything in this
Yeah,
life has opposites. And
that's
so
right. Yeah.
the good would not even be recognizable without
Them.
the bad,
Facts.
you know? So,
Mhm.
and then too, you never know where people are in their journey, you know, mentally, spiritually, or any of that. And at this point in time, so you just, for me, I meet people where they are. And I mean, and it's okay to leave them behind. But hopefully they get the lesson, you know? So just understanding that it comes with the territory when you are a light person, when you are a giver, when you are
Mhm.
chosen. Unfortunately, the negative forces are necessary. They're just doing what they are created to do,
They're
you
doing what
know.
they're created to do. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it is
And
what it is.
at some point, because trust me, at some point you can wake up from that if you choose to. I always say, this is what I say about people, man. People, life is full of choices, it's full of decisions, right? There are some real sick people out here in the universe, okay? But the same thing that makes them sick people can also make them well. and that's their choices and their decisions that they make in life. You feel what I'm saying? So the same
You sound you
the
gotta
same
walk wild.
sick choices you choose to make, the same sick decisions you choose to make, because you make these choices to do them. The same sick choices and decisions you choose to make in life, you can make good, healthy choices also and be well.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? So that same
Yes.
medicine, the same thing that make you sick can make you well also. It's choices, it's decisions of life though.
Yes. It is. It is. You know what I mean? But um we who are in higher lights, let me just say that. We who are in higher lights see the mission. You know what I'm saying? We have to continue on and just producing what we see in the mission. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like if we, it's a shame that I feel like we have the strongest nation of all to me, you know, like brown people.
Right,
I
right.
feel like we overpower everybody.
We
And
do.
it's just sad that we don't
Mm,
have the unity as some of the smaller,
mm.
you know what I'm saying, the smaller ethnicities. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe the Mexicans or the Spanish or the Chinese. You know what I mean? It's like it's sad that we can't be unified
Come on now.
enough,
Come on.
you know what I'm saying, to help each other.
That's
You know,
right.
like we always have to be like we crabs in a bucket, and that's just sad to me. It's very sad.
Well, that would take a lot of deprogramming in order. And it's
Definitely.
just it's
Hmm.
we sick, boss. you know, it just is. It would take a lot of deprogramming. We have been programmed literally to hate ourselves, and it's deep.
Mhm.
It carries deep, very
Yep.
deep. So many
You're telling
generations.
the truth. Yep.
So you
Yes.
have to not just want. Some people may not even be capable, because they are so sick.
That's
And I'm just saying,
right.
even in the
Now
heart,
you
sick
are
hearted
sad.
as well. So it's just like it takes a lot of takes a level of consciousness and a lot of
Mhm.
work for people who aren't, I would say, just built like that. For people who are surrounded in bad environments that got a lot of weight on their shoulder, and it's a lot of things are put up on our people, a lot of
Mhm.
abuse, a lot of drugs, a lot. So it takes a lot of deprogramming.
Because they know
And if you're
how
not a strong
powerful
person
you can be.
naturally, it's an uphill
Hmm.
battle.
Yeah, everybody knows if y'all were to realize the strength we are as a people, if we what they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to have that strength, and it's by design that you're taught to hate each other. You're taught to this is why they push the type of music they push in your neighborhoods, on your radio stations, the
Right.
degrading music, the genocide music. They push that on your radio stations. Now, at what point do y'all come together as a people and y'all take control of them radio stations and say, hey, we're gonna put some balance in here. If we gonna play this, we're gonna get some balance around here. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Right.
maybe this type of music shouldn't come on the radio until after 7 or something. But let's get some. I mean, what are y'all trying to do? Because we don't hear this in other genre of music. Kill, unalive your whole your whole race of people. Degrade your women. I mean, come on, man. Like, but it takes
Yeah.
fight.
X7, I'm pretty sure that yeah, they're gonna need replacement tents if
They
you went
always
down
need
there.
replacements.
Yeah, if they went on a slash, and then you think about the tents, we have to look at it like this: we giving them something as a temporary covering or a temporary
That's right.
fix. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? So the tents are just their, temporary shelters. You know what I'm saying? Instead of them just laying outward. You know what I mean? So you have to think about the weather. We have to think about all that as well. Because some of the tents, are not strong enough to endure some of the weathers that we've been having. I mean, if anybody know about ATL, we know ATL weather is bipolar. So it can be cold one day, it could be hot one day,
Yes.
and then raining uncontrollably the next day. So it's
Mhm.
like we have to, on top of old dude going down there and doing what he did. Um, yeah, these people, this is like their last resource. Some of them do have opportunity to get shelter, and
Hmm.
because they're so, let's say, programmed, because they've been out here for long. And I'm gonna just share
Right.
my story real briefly and real quick. My son is that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if we try to get him to help, what I'm saying, he'll do good for so long, and he's just that's just what he's used to. They're all in survival mode, so that's what they feel like they have to stay in, survival mode. It's almost, and I just say this is almost like a off or oxymoron or whatever. It's almost like being locked up. And you when you locked up for a long time, and people always say that you
Hmm.
have to get back conditioned into society, right?
Right. Because you're
That's basically,
institutionalized.
yes, yeah. So basically, that's how the homeless are. Like when you take them out their natural habitat, because now being on the street is their natural habitat. You see what I'm saying? So they feel like once you alter that, it's different for them. They don't know. And sometimes with the mental conditions, they're not ready for that. So that's why a lot of people may turn the help down, or don't want to get the help, or they just are used to being where they are. But us still, seeing the need of the amount of people that we seen here is really is tripling.
Yeah,
I
it
would say
is.
doubling.
It really is.
It's tripling
Mhm.
in Georgia, and it's just sad for me to see that a lot of people don't have the shelter, or don't have the means, or maybe the mindset to even go get the help that they need. So
You know
we have
what?
to look at that too.
I want to tell y'all a quick little story, right? So I was downtown Atlanta one day, and me and my fiance, we went to get something to eat, and there was this guy laying on the side of the building, and he had it looked like he had a bag of food, like somebody maybe had bought him a bag of food, like from a hamburger spot or something, like right. So he was
Mhm.
asleep, right, and you know, I was looking at him, and I say, man, like why wouldn't he, why would he want to be out here? Like I'm in my head, I'm looking at him like just trying to figure out why is he there? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was talking to my cousin and I was telling him about what I saw. My cousin said, "Hey, cuz, what make you think like he don't want to be out there? Like, what makes you think like he's homeless because he's homeless?" He said, "Think about it, man. Like that man had some food. He could have bought that food." He said, "Man,
Mhm.
that man ain't got no bills to pay. He ain't got nobody to answer to. Maybe that's what he want. He don't want to, live somewhere where he has to follow rules or answer." I said, "Man, perception is everything. Like, cause I'm thinking the man might. I mean, he could have been out there on hard times, but he maybe couldn't have been out there on hard times. You feel what I'm saying? He just don't
Right.
want to be somewhere where he has to conform to anything or answer to anybody. He ain't got no bills. He can make him some money, keep it in his pocket. He don't owe nobody." Like I said, wow, I ain't never think about it like that. But like you said earlier, about the video, perception is, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. But I know that we
interesting.
really wanted to touch on that, that because it's hot, it
Yeah,
it
it's a story
it
on it.
just
Yep.
happened, yeah.
Hmm.
So now it on really went viral just with him doing that one. And that's my thing. Sometimes when people are doing, and I think I just said this in one of my lives, if people are doing things with malice intent,
Hmm. Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It's a ripple effect, as you can see.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's a ripple effect to it.
But
So
I say that
basically,
don't be surprised if we find out some
Mm.
insight on this little story here. I say let's sit back and watch.
yeah,
Let's see what he gonna
Mhm.
tell because they threw him under the bus quick.
yeah,
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 you're probably
yeah,
right, Callie.
Let's see what he gonna tell because he ain't finna take that laying down.
yeah.
Right.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, he
No,
not.
they told me to go out there. I was instructed to go out there, and man, we done that many times. Yeah, we gonna. Oh, you do know the mayor, huh? Oh, oh, you have worked with the city before, huh? Oh, y'all, and it's on your web. Okay, you see what I'm saying? We'll
Yeah,
find out. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Because I don't think it's the end of this. I mean,
I don't
even if
either.
he,
Not at
what if he
all.
get bond? I would say, what if he get bonded out? So you
Right.
know he gonna be singing like a bird. If no one gonna get him and he got to bond out himself,
We're gonna
I'm
see,
pretty
especially
sure.
if he had those, life
I'm pretty
threats.
sure.
And you know he's
Yeah, pretty
gonna
sure.
try to be on somebody's podcast somewhere explaining himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Telling it all. He probably finna go on a world tour on people's because this is
Not a
like
world tour.
it's really catching fire on social media big time. You
Right.
feel what I'm
Yes.
saying? More and more people are starting to talk about it. So he gonna want to go tell his story somewhere if they don't pay
Yes.
him off to stay quiet
Yes.
or be the fall guy for this.
Mm-hmm. Cause he ain't gonna take it laying down if he was already aggravated with the homeless. You get what I'm saying?
Because I
Now for them to
guarantee you this
turn
ain't
their
the first
back,
time they did this.
yeah, me neither. He just got caught. Today
He got
I mean,
caught
you
with
know,
it.
the other day he just got caught doing it. The
Mm-hmm.
video came out, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. Because
I
it
say
did go
let's
viral.
keep an eye on it, man, and see what we learn from these little fundings they're giving the people in the city.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. We'll
he
see.
pretty much knew to tell us that they're giving these people millions of dollars to keep the homeless people in the Atlanta area, in this area. They get paid to keep the homeless people here. That's what he said in the video.
Yeah,
Hmm,
he did.
what you talking
Yeah,
about, brother?
he
How you
said,
know
yeah,
that?
he did say that in the video.
What
He
else
said
you
get
know?
paid. Yeah.
Yeah, keep talking.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, you singing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just say, man, hey man, listen, we gotta help each other, man, and I mean that's just life, man. I mean, and if you don't want to help people, man, God bless you, man. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, that's all I could say. Just pray for them and keep it a moving. You know what I'm saying? I just really can't. I can't. I don't wrestle with the dark too much. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. My spirit ain't gonna even allow me to do it. I know
Sometimes,
that.
sometimes you need it though. Like it'll motivate you though. Like I've been
Yeah,
motivated by the haters. Trust me, because I like to. I like to show you who I am. I have a
yeah,
lot of people who don't like the fact people call me chief. Because here's the thing: when I came into these communities, y'all wasn't doing chief work. When none of y'all doing cheaper, when none of y'all outside in y'all communities, when none of y'all helping nobody, and I went and looked. I went to look because I like to see who I want to follow and attach myself to. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just attach myself to talkers and con artists, and so I'm gonna go look when I come in your vicinity. So when I start showing up to other people's cities and I'm showing up doing events in with the children and the families, genealogy events, taking the children to the mounds every year, community kickball games, bringing the families together, people driving down from different states, bringing their grandchildren. Like when I'm doing stuff like this, in different cities, be getting mad because I'm doing cheap work. You feel what I'm saying? And
hmm,
y'all are out here conning and taking from the people. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying? So yeah, I let the hate motivate me. Because I'm gonna show y'all either I'm gonna expose you. You can't stand too close to me, right? Because
right,
if you're a fraud, you can't stand too close to me because I'm gonna be doing something and it's gonna show you to be doing nothing but conning the people. Or it's gonna motivate you to join me to help our people. So it's
exactly,
that's why I move how I move, man. I don't wait on the inspiration. I go out and be the inspiration.
exactly, exactly. And ain't nothing wrong with that. And I just really want to thank you for even coming up here and
Man, I thank
gracing
y'all,
us
man.
today with your input and your insight because I do know that you be out here in the in the community
Yes,
and
sir.
not just our community, in the Indian community as
Right,
well. And I really appreciate
right.
your insight on this. And my sister did an amazing job today with that interview
Yeah.
and just getting the footage that we needed. So, basically you can see another part now. We showed the part that we was at, so that's a whole nother part, people. You know what I'm saying? Mina was all on a whole nother street. You know what I'm saying? So just
Yeah.
imagine, just if you go around the metro Atlanta area, how many communities of homeless people you will see. That's just that wasn't even 1/10 of what the homeless is looking like here now. So that's why I just feel like we as a community do have to pull together sometime and be aware that we gonna have people who have shortcomings. We don't always have it. Let's just be real. We don't always have it.
That's right.
Sometimes some of us may be one check away while we
Hey,
playing.
come on now. Come on. Yeah.
We may be one check away. And it's
Straight
That's
up.
like we just have
that's
to
the point I
have,
be making.
yeah, yeah.
Be careful
So
who you disrespect. Be careful how you talk down on people. Be careful how what you put out into the universe, into the
right,
atmosphere. Because
exactly.
words become things, thought become things. You feel what I'm saying? So you never know. Listen, you don't control how the universe is. You don't control it. The universe is going to
Right.
universe. So be careful. Be careful what
Yeah.
you put out
Whether
into
you
the
like it or
atmosphere.
not, is the universe
hmm
gonna be? Yeah, it's gonna do its
Those
job.
words are seeds.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand the power in the tongue.
In words. Yeah.
Those words are seeds. And once you put it out there, it's planted and then it has to grow. So you just
Right.
hold on for your fruit, basically.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat some time ago, I can't remember who it was. Sorry for not remembering who made the comment or posed the question of, do they need more tents? I did ask that. I did ask the question of what's needed out there, and they did say yes to tents, but they were heavy on hygiene and sanitizer, like hand
Mm-hmm.
sanitizer. They were heavy on that.
They appreciate that
Yeah.
big time.
Hmm.
Big
Mm-hmm.
time. You know what I'm saying?
And I was
So
just telling Mina too. I was like, she was like, I got a case of hand sanitizer. I got a case too, girl.
Yeah, I
And she
got a
was like,
lot
here
of
we
them.
go. Yeah, so we'll just probably, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I know we have an event coming up not too, in a couple weeks. However, maybe we can get maybe about 50 bags together and just throw some toiletry items in there real quick for them, and take it back down there, you know what I mean? Because,
I still got
like I
some stuff
say,
too. So
okay, yeah. So it's definitely needed.
okay.
Whatever, they just need something, So um, anything to help them, they are, a lot of them be thankful for whatever you give them. They are, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
do have some that will snap you up or whatever, but however, they still appreciate it.
Now speaking to that point, right? Now we watched that man go through there, right? We watched that man go through there and cut them tents down with the attitude, right? Now remember when we were out there? Remember when we were
Mhm.
out there. And I
Mhm.
say it's any way, it's always a way you do things. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have to demean people just because they seem to be in a worse situation that you may be in at the moment, right? Because before we move to the second location, right? I told all of y'all, I said, hey y'all, before we move over to this second location, if they give
Mhm.
y'all some attitude over there, it's simply because they didn't want to walk down here. They wanted, they didn't feel like they would make it down here in time enough to get the tents. They really wanted tents. So I said, if you go over, when we go over here, give them some grace. You feel what I'm saying? Like they may have
Yeah.
a little attitude because they really wanted the tents. And I just
Yeah.
wanted to warn our people before we even went over there. You may get a little attitude over there. Just hey, just let it roll off your shoulder.
Yes. Yes.
So
Exactly.
it is what it is, though, man. We gonna keep doing what we do. This is where we live at, man. Well, I mean, So anytime y'all need me, man, and we can collab on whatever, man, y'all know I'm here in the city, man. I'm with it.
And we
That's
appreciate you
what's
for that
up.
too, Kelly. And
Definitely.
I
Definitely
just want to
appreciate it.
and I just want to thank everybody for coming in today. We appreciate it. We thank y'all for joining us. And I want a big shout out to Chief Cali for coming up here and giving us his input on the situation that's
Oh,
going on with the SAFE project versus the homeless, because now that's what it's looking like is the SAFE project versus the homeless. If now
yeah,
they saying the mayor saying he ain't got nothing to do with it. So now
Hmm.
we got to dig in to see what SAFE really does. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Like, now we got to see where this organization founded from and who founded them and put them in place.
I
You
think
know?
the biggest picture to that, or the biggest thing, is to figure out what their plan of action is, since they want to uproot people that's already uprooted. So, what's the plan of action? That would be my question that I would pose. Because bulldozing them, it can't be it. You know,
Right,
um,
right,
pulling out blades, slicing up their tent, that can't be it. So my question to whoever is over any program, city or private organizations, what is your plan of action,
right.
to remedy the situation? Because they exist, they're people, they're here, so it has to be a
Hmm.
plan of action.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
sis,
Exactly.
anytime you going down there to do something like that, reach out. Reach out. Don't go down there by yourself, please.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was riding through.
Yeah, she was like, call me in 10 minutes.
Yeah, call me in 10 minutes to make sure I'm good. No, I took precautions, and I stay safe on my regular day, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
I
So,
mean, now
you know,
every time I'm out there. Now you see TC. I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm
But that's Mina.
yeah.
Mina is
yeah,
that too.
like I stay
Like
safe.
it's not
Oh,
to
I'm
be
safe.
it's not to be disrespectful to them or anything, but I don't know what's going to happen at any moment, and I got people down here with me, so you know I'm going. Every time I move around, there's something on my hip.
Yeah, I mean, he
Hmm.
even, let me tell you, he even walked me to my car. Like, he was like, okay, I'm
Right,
gonna walk you back to your car.
right.
Make sure you get around the corner safe, because anything can happen
Yeah,
around the
anything can
corner.
happen in a
Right.
matter of seconds. So I
Yeah.
just, I don't want people coming out to something I'm putting on and you get harmed, coming out to help me. And I wasn't even there to, I wouldn't even be able to deal with that. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So, no, I tried to make sure everybody was good. Me and Greg, like, hey, y'all in y'all
Yeah.
cars, y'all,
Yeah, I did.
so,
I want to
Yeah.
jump in really quick, y'all, because thank you to every single one of you who have sent super chat. Yes, Superfan is new to receiving super chat, so we are getting acclimated um, to like the back end of it. I do want to read. I am Glenn for real super chat. She said, "I found a great quality sleeping bag for $9.99 at Academy Sports. If you wanted to purchase
yeah,
sleeping bag,
that's dope.
so that is a good price
Yeah.
999.
too.
Yeah, that's a good price.
The sleeping bags I
Yeah.
saw, they was 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
yeah,
is a
that's
great
Yeah.
dope.
price.
So,
But
yeah,
it's about
so
to
we
be
just
hot. I don't
probably,
know what they're gonna do with this heat coming.
Well, these like they can always use sleeping bags. Like sleeping bags, that's always a go.
hmm.
I actually when we were there, people were actually asking for sleeping bags. And I said
Mm,
sleeping bags. I didn't think about sleeping bags.
hmm.
So I
Hmm.
said maybe next time I do half and half or something. I don't know. But
Yeah, that's a
when
good idea.
they were asking me. I said, "Damn, I didn't even think about sleeping bags."
And you know what? And if you want to do this, make this like an annual thing. Just
Mhm.
start buying them early. Just start
Right,
buying them early and
definitely,
collecting
definitely.
them.
And,
And
and
then
y'all, I'm sorry,
it'll
I'm
be,
sorry.
instead of the 100, it'll be 200. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
By first year was 100, next year be
Yeah,
200, the third year could be 300.
that's right.
We could
Yeah.
do it like that.
And in Atlanta, listen, y'all, we're not the only ones doing this. Okay, so people are always bringing them tents and stuff. I done rolled by and I done seen people handing out tents from white bands and stuff. So, we just helping where we can. It's no
Yeah.
way, it's no way we're going to be able to supply tents to the whole city of Atlanta, but you
Right.
know, hey, we do what we can, okay? So
Yeah.
once we run out, we run out. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
Mhm.
there's always
Yeah.
going to be one more person that needed a tent.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
feel me? So
Exactly.
Yeah, my
Exactly.
family, we prior to COVID, we used to every year after we have our Thanksgiving dinner, we would take what we have, we would box up the, to go plates, and we would take at least 100 bags. And we would also sometimes we would prep like just the sandwiches and the chips in the water, and then I remember us doing the sanitizing things for the ladies and all that type of stuff. And
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it is exactly what you're saying, Callie. You just can do what you can do.
what you
Uh,
can do,
this is a issue I can't foresee it going away.
right?
Um,
Right.
but just having people to help try to keep a balance as much as possible, and then doing your part, just doing
And,
your whole humanitarian part
and then
is a
just
must.
the fact of showing someone you care, because I keep saying you never know whose life you touch.
Hmm.
Even somebody we may not even know saw our video on this World Wide Web and said, wow. And we never even know who saw that video and it changed their perspective or their life or it touched their spirit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when I
Hmm.
Yes.
people say, "Oh, you shouldn't video," and woo, woo, woo. One thing my mother told me, first of all, I'm an organization. You know what I'm saying? So just like Red Cross and all of these other churches, and they film their organization, they're not so they can get funding, or they, people do want to see what you do, you know.
Hmm.
But one thing my mother said to me was, sometimes people have to be shown how to love, and she said, so don't feel bad about, you filming your events and stuff, because I had a whole thug dude hit me after our first event, and he said, yo, Kelly, man, that was dope, man. He said, what I saw y'all doing, man. He said, I mean, I ain't never did nothing like that before, but it touched him when he saw the video. And he a whole street
Yes.
dude. Like he said, I ain't never did nothing like that though. But man, I saw what y'all did. That did a lot for me right there.
Yes. Yes.
You
Mm.
know what I'm saying?
I want to read Platinum's
And shout
um
out to Platinum Bracelet, man. She helped our
yes.
organization. She's a
She
big,
said she's
big
gonna she said she's gonna send you all some information for corporate sponsors we have who are nationwide: Dollar General, Academy, Walmart, Target, Publix, and others who actively support us with everything we need. So that's a blessing.
Yeah,
That's a
that is
blessing.
awesome.
definitely that sister right there, man. Before we even did the event, Doc came through for us a lot. I mean, made sure our foundation was legally, ready to go for if we do get donations or when we do get donations. We're not, out here scamming the people, conning the people. Like she made sure we was all the way together. She put the connections together, man. Shout out to Doc, man. Shout out to you.
Shout out to
Yes,
God.
thank you, Platinum. Yes, I appreciate that. And I want to thank everybody for coming in here and, listening to us and, hitting that like button. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you. Mina, you have any closing words?
Just thank you. And as always, thank you guys for coming in here, showing the support that you're showing Superfan. We really appreciate it. Thanks for taking your time out and looking at this footage and, taking time to think about what's really happening. The note I want us to leave on is you can always start in your community and sometimes just in your
Hmm.
home. I had to take that advice a few years ago myself when I had to make the decision on what direction I need to go in. Like, God, what is my purpose? And he told
Mhm.
me start at home, so, and then your community, and then the next
Come
community.
on, come on, come on.
And I literally did that.
That's right.
I
How you gonna
literally
go
did that.
somewhere else and you ain't even started with you first?
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
start with you.
So yeah, so
Exactly.
you speaking it right. Man in the mirror, right? Michael Jackson, right? Man in
Yep.
the mirror. It's got to start with you, right? There has to be a thought. You want to make a change. The thought has to be there. You have to deal with you first. You have to change you first. You feel what I'm saying? Before you can go help change anybody else, start with you. Then you move to
Mhm.
your family, your community. You can't go trying to help somebody else in somebody else's community. Let me show you something real quick before we go, y'all. TC,
Okay.
in your video, um, that guy, I talked to him too, and I'm glad you got that video of him because that's exactly what I'm talking about. That brother was in tears when I walked over there,
Mm.
uh, and
Mhm.
he told me his story. He said
Yeah.
he was just out there. He just got out there.
Yeah, he said he'd been homeless for a year. He had to stay
Oh,
away
okay.
from the house for a year.
Mm.
What happened was, because I am subscribed to another uh, uh, channel, and it's called Atlanta Streets. And this guy go out and he interview the homeless, and he asks them questions on how did they become homeless, and he get a little background on them, and are they he asks a little personal questions a lot. So he be out there on the humbug, like basically, I think he buy 'em food or give them a little money for doing the interview or whatever. But he
Mhm.
has his own channel, and it's really big. But I just been subscribed to him, and he said he was on that, and I thought I seen him,
Yeah,
and I
he was
said,
on.
"Yeah,
Mhm.
I did see you on there." And he told me his backstory on, how I think he was substance abuse and I guess alcohol,
Mhm.
and he would talk bad to his wife and
Right.
call her out her name and stuff, and
Mhm.
it got really bad and violent to where the police had to remove him.
Hmm.
And when he went to court, I guess they played something that he said as
Hmm.
far as threatening his wife, and she's a
Mm.
pastor. Yeah, his wife is a
Yep.
pastor.
Yep. Mhm.
And he said, he had like 3 more months. So he's been all over in these shelters, like in Gwinnett. He said he was out there. He was out in Marietta, and then he came down there, and I think he had like 3 or 4 more months before he can go home.
Mm.
Mm.
Hey,
Do
Yeah,
you
listen.
have the
because
This
video? Do you have
it's
his
on.
video? I'm sorry.
yes,
It's
Yeah,
on
drop it so we can
your
share
video.
it.
Hmm.
hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up
And
from.
this goes back to what we were saying earlier about be careful what you put out into the atmosphere. Be
Mhm.
careful what you speak into the universe. The universe has a funny way of humbling people sometimes.
Oh,
It
it'll
get you.
humble you.
You feel what I'm saying? And hey, you got to pay attention to the signs of life. And that
Mhm.
brother got humbled, obviously. And because when I
Mm.
talked to him, it was a whole lot of regret there. But he was so touched by us being there. Because
Mm.
again, you never know, just showing somebody you care, how that can affect their life. And he saw somebody who cared. And that man sat on that sidewalk. When I walked over there, he said, "Brother, I just want to thank y'all. Y'all don't know what this is doing to me. To see y'all." He said, "This used to be me. I used to be out here helping the people. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And now I'm out here." I said, "Wow."
Check out Platinum's comment, Callie. Question to you, rather. Callie, can we impanel you, captain in Fulton and captain in your county? Not trying to put names out, but these high-ranking officials, plus the city council, to hear their perspectives.
Definitely, man. And again, shout out to Platinum Bracelet because she put me in, she's the one that put me in touch with the captain of Fulton County. Me and him, we exchange phone numbers. We are linking up. He's also put me in touch with Clayton County,
Okay,
the captain of Clayton County. See what I'm saying? Like,
big
you know,
business.
at some point, I'm looking to help my people, man.
Mhm.
However, I can help my people, a little bit or a lot. You feel what I'm saying? If it's just to shake a hand, hug a neck, this is what I'm saying. You got a lot of people out here calling themselves leaders in your community, and they want you to give them cash apps and donate to this and donate to that, but they do nothing but sit behind computers and talk. They don't come outside and actually sit with people, shake the people's hand, break bread. I've sat in many people's homes, got invited to many people's communities, and I showed up. I actually surprised people. I answer phone calls that people didn't think I would answer a call. So you just never know. You know, you just never know.
And I was just talking. I forgot once I clicked off to get the video, it clicked me out. But yeah,
Oh,
so yeah, but
I
basically,
told y'all about y'all channel. This is my cup of tea over here. I told y'all before when I came over here, I like the calmness of y'all show. I
oh, we
like
well,
this.
thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah, yeah, this is what I like. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of my,
Substance. I can't do
yeah,
anything unless it has some substance to it. I'm sorry. I
I'm with
will
you.
go
I'm with
docile
you.
unless it's
Yeah,
substance.
I
That's
love
just
it.
me. Straight up.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, did you get the video, Mina?
Let me check. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay, okay. But yeah, y'all, it's I think I was saying for I had to click off to get the video was um sometimes even with we just have to be careful because sometimes even with substance abuse, drug abuse, substance abuse, or whatever can trigger our mental health. You get what I'm saying? And then it could put us in a place, so if you do, or people, if you know that if you do substances and you get violent when you do substances, a lot of people are scared of that because they don't know your mental state. So they will call the people on you, and the people will have you locked up or going to the mental, you know what I'm saying? Because then now you're an outcast or you're out living outside. You know what I mean? So um I think he was very remorseful. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying? He
it
loved his
seemed like
wife,
it.
and he
Mhm.
said that,
That's how it goes.
him and his wife was working it out, and they were I said, so how's your wife? Is she, is she okay? She got working it out? And he said yes, he loved his wife, and he just really regret all the things that he said to her, and he know you can't take it back,
Can't take it
but
back, but
but I think if he's moving in the right direction, and it looked like he had been with her for some time. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that, in a couple of months, he's able to go back home and, get it back together with his
Really
wife.
quick, sis. I don't see it in Messenger. Where did you send it?
I sent it to Superfan Messenger,
Let me refresh. Hold on.
the one that you
With
got
the
us
other
both
video.
in.
ain't it on your wall? It ain't on your
Yeah,
wall.
but see, the one I did on my wall is a collaboration. I edit videos, and
Oh,
I took a lot of footage and I put that inside of the video. But this is
oh,
just
okay,
his
okay.
personal
It's
video.
just
It's
his
like a
video.
minute. Yeah, it's just like a minute or something.
Can you resend it for me? I don't see it. I'm
Hmm.
sorry.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back out.
I see my sister break room in there, man. That's my girl, man. Like break room really grew on me. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Cousin. That's our
That's my
cousin. Yeah,
girl,
she's
man.
super dope.
I really, and Ashley D, like them my girls right there.
Yes. Those are the what I call y'all, the demon slayer sisters.
I just love they spirit, man. Like I just love they spirit. And
Yeah.
again, these two sisters, you know, they had to get to know me for themselves too. You feel what I'm saying? And to get a whole totally different perspective of what other people told you about. You have to
Mhm.
learn people for yourself, man.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
So, Ms. Platinum said, ladies, glad to make your acquaintance. Keep up the great
Mhm.
work. We're in this fight together, no matter what city you live in. I'm still sick, but I'm up listening to awesome podcasts. Good night. Well, we hope you feel better, Ms. Platinum,
Yeah.
and I'm glad you're listening.
And that lady
Okay.
right there got a chance to talk to my mother. You feel what I'm saying? And that was a beautiful conversation in itself too.
See
So
if you
Yeah.
got it now, Mina.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Yep, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, bear with me one second.
Thank you, Platinum. Thank you so much, Platinum Bracelet. It was an honor to meet you, and I'm glad. And this won't be my last community service. Like I told Callie, I've been doing this for years. You know what I'm saying? I jump on anybody's community service bandwagon. It just is what it is. I just like helping. So I mean, anything about the community, I'm gonna help.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. I follow him.
Yeah, yeah. Atlanta Street.
Yeah, Atlanta Street. Yeah, I watch him.
But I got a video that he took me. He said, "Man, your video done made me a lot of money." He said, "It came from your heart." I said, "That's the truth."
And so, repeat why you say you're in this position.
I'm going through a thing where let me see my let me give you see let me show you.
I think I seen it though. I think I seen you on his video. I watch him. I follow him. The Atlanta Street.
What I got on now. Look at that video.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, let me turn up. You dropped something.
That's okay. It's a blood. But I think I see. You said you was married.
Yes.
And you was verbally abusive.
When I was a kid. That was me.
Yeah.
And I don't know who sees it, but I know my people that reached out to me and told me that they seen the video.
Mm-hmm.
What does she need to have you do before you can go back home?
That's why I'm on the streets right there. We own a home. They stop me to ask for it.
So how long have you been here?
2 months here.
2 months?
2 months here. 3 months at Marietta called Most Ministries.
Uh-huh.
I can't go home for a year. When I was 8 years old.
And why you can't go home?
Because when the police came, they locked me up for family violence. And then the county in Henry County.
So that happened to you at that age.
So they put me on. I can't go home for a year.
Wow.
Like 3 more months if I can go home.
3 more months.
Shelter.
And is your wife still like supportive, or y'all working it out? Or?
My wife is the best wife in the whole world.
Well, I want you to know that God got you. He does.
I should have never said the things I said. And the police recorded it. When I went to court, that's when it gave me scared.
Yeah.
That's the video right there that I just made. When I do downtown.
Yeah. Yeah. I want you to send this to me too. Oh yeah, I know that guy. I follow him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he said, he working it out, and you can tell that, even by talking to him, he was real remorseful, and he may suffer from a little mental. You get what I'm saying? And but he definitely was a humbling guy. You know what I'm saying? So whatever put him in the street, he's humble. You know what I'm saying? He's humble about it. And you could tell when people are out on the street, some of them will humble themselves because of the position and the things that they probably have to go through. So some of these people don't even know where their next meal coming from, and that's the truth. And we just have to, sometimes you just have to you got to have some kind of compassion. You do, for these people, and be grateful for the things that y'all have. You may say, I don't have, you can't look at this person and that person. Just look at somebody who's very less fortunate than you. So you have to be grateful, and you have to thank God every day, for giving you an extra day to make a difference.
Be grateful, man.
Yep, and that's all I had to say. And I appreciate everybody for coming in here. I want to thank everybody for all the super chats and super stickers and the support. Um, I guess Mita gonna teach me one day how to, like Tiffany be doing, calling everybody out. We gonna get it down, pack, y'all. I promise. We are going live tomorrow. I think so. Tomorrow's Thursday. I think we may be doing a ladies' night tomorrow. So be looking for that. We just gonna have fun and chill and maybe play a couple games. So we just want to lighten, the load, because this was really heart touching. This video was, and it was kind of aggravating at the same time, to have somebody try to tear down the good work that you do because they under malice intent. You get what I'm saying? So I just feel like, we just should all be working together as a unit
Right.
at the end of the
I
day.
agree.
Definitely.
Move in
At the end.
love. Move in love.
And that's it. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some kind of love in your heart. You know what I mean? You can't make it without love.
Well, my
So
sisters, I gotta drop down because I got a session to do right quick.
All
I
right.
thank you guys for the invite, man, and I definitely love the vibe of your
we
channel.
appreciate you, brother
So,
Chief Cali.
yes, ma'am. We all in the city, man. Hey, and if you're reading your chat, you see a lot of people really love the vibe of this. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yes.
So yeah, shout out to y'all, man.
Thanks for coming
Yes.
by,
Thank you.
Callie. Thank you
Man,
so
thanks
much
for the invite, man.
for
Thanks for the invite.
sure.
I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. You have a blessed night.
All right.
In
And thank
closing,
y'all. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say in closing, just want to lastly say thank you all again. We appreciate you coming, like in the Russell Simmons voice, coming out tonight. We appreciate you coming out. So it's all
Right.
love. It's definitely all love,
Right.
y'all.
Right. And we appreciate y'all. And we want to thank y'all. And I don't know who's going live now, but just support everybody who you support. You get what I'm saying? And y'all know who that is. Of course, cousin Tiff the Gift, Ashley D, Amora, um, Bob with Sean, Miss Fee, and I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. So just support all those beautiful ladies, and and I appreciate everything that y'all have done for us tonight by even just listening to us talk about this topic and this situation here that we got going on in Georgia.
Yes. So we ain't gotta go home, but we gotta get on up out of here, y'all. So peace
Peace.
out.